tracking, always alerting. This is Storm Team 8.
Well, a sound I'm sure all of you heard today was the dripping, icicles, snow melting, because our temperatures are finally climbing above freezing and well above freezing at that. The last time we've been this warm in the afternoon has been about 2 weeks ago. So it's been a while since we've seen this warm air surge into West Michigan. And you can tell that this is warm air surging in instead of driven by the sunlight, because our sun is fading and we're still sitting in the upper 30s, if not 40 degrees. For example, South Haven right now still registering at 45. Now, if we look at our wind speeds, you can see they're kind of variable depending on the location. We've got winds out of the south primarily driving some of that heat, especially for areas around the I-94 corridor. And then a little farther north where we've got upper 30s, Grand Rapids, Fremont, Big Rapids, for example, you'll notice our winds are out of the due east. We do have a surface boundary that's set up here, two different air masses. They're kind of clashing together, but that's not really going to do much for us until we get to tomorrow. So overnight tonight, just cloudy, dry. You'll look at Muskegon, you can see that prevalent cloud cover, and mild. Widespread melting is going to happen today. So by your morning commute tomorrow, it's still going to be in the 30s, and we're going to have very slushy roads. Tomorrow afternoon, we are going to start to fall from 36. So we're going to hit our daytime high very early in the day with some light rain transitioning on in. And then in the afternoon, colder air pools on down. That's going to convert some of our rain showers to snow. So we look at your satellite and radar, you can see that system that's going to cause this transition. It's still over by Montana, and like typical clippers, it's going to be moving very quickly on down. So we are expecting the forecast track of this system to cut just to the south of Michigan. That's why we're going to be on the cold side. I actually wouldn't be surprised if we saw a quick burst of snow tomorrow afternoon, but accumulations aren't going to be high with this thing. The biggest thing you're going to notice is that transition back to cold. So here's your FUTURECAST. As we go overnight tonight, just a little light rain possible for Big Rapids. Also be careful, we could see just a touch of freezing mix. Other than that, West Michigan stays dry, and then through the afternoon, we see that transition again from warmth to cold. And then for Monday and Tuesday, we sit in the 20s. Now notice both Thursday and Saturday, 2 days where we're looking like our lows are going to be below zero. Those are days that are going to be especially cold. Throughout this week, we're only expecting a few days where we're actually going to pick up accumulation in terms of snow. But if we look at Grand Rapids, so far this year, we're above normal. So this line represents normal. Notice from January on, we've been well above normal. The only spot that we are kind of close to normal was the 1st of January, coming off of a very low December. Now, compare that to Muskegon. You're sitting right at about normal for this time of year. And I was looking at Lansing just to our east. They're below average for this time of year in terms of snowfall. So it's very different depending on where you live. And again, we have some chances of snow coming up in the 8-day. We'll be focusing on that coming up in just about 20 minutes.